Greetings everyone, welcome to my 7-hour update here for the build. So it's only been out for 7 hours and I've been doing some real life things also, but I managed to get to level 85 and I boosted my character up pretty well. I'm solo self-found at the moment and I've not been really crafting on anything, and I'm just gonna start with a showcase here, and we're gonna take one here. We're only up to time mark 6 right now, so we have one more to go. But I like this. It's been very smooth to level, and it's one button playstyle here basically, and you're just gonna run through and you're gonna activate. So if you want to move faster, you teleport. You want to activate your blurry step, you can go a little bit faster. You want some extra damage, you can use your 3 and 4, which is bull rage and vulnerability. Otherwise, oh sorry, I deactivated it. I need to be wary here. I've not actually died until, like, I died a few times in the campaign, but since I'm actually reached this Netherlands realm, I've not died yet, so that was probably the closest because I'm not paying attention. Because you're moving all the time here, so it's very easy to just circle the enemy when it's time for it. And as you can see here, because I have basically vendor trash items on me, it's falling a little bit behind, but it's fine right now. Boss damage can definitely be better, and it will be better as soon as I spend all the currency I have on me right now. But I didn't want to make OP build here at the start. I wanted to make it more relatable to people who are at a lower level to see what it actually looks like, and I'm not gonna do that too. So we're gonna go through all the skills and everything and just take a look at the whole build. How it works is, let's start with our gearing. We want to boost our physical damage as high as possible because our burst is going to do our damage, not whirlwind. Whirlwind is only there to activate our burst skill, which is something Rehan has, only Rehan has, and it's very good. So we're going to go from the top. This helmet is probably this, but not in the current state, because this one you get through the campaign. Just do the yellow portals through the campaign and you will be fine. You will get most of these items, almost all of them is from the campaign itself. Those yellow portals will boost your XP gain, and you will also drop the boss at the end of it, will drop multiple items like these. This one, we use this physical damage for barrier. We have a barrier generator on our main skill, which we're gonna take a look at later. Otherwise, this one I think it just dropped for me, but you can get a better one, which is through the portal system also again, which gives you movement speed, life and stuff like that. So that one everyone should get through the campaign. This one is the only good item I have. It's not really good, but it's decent for this slot. It's a good placeholder. I think it costs less than a fee right now, so some resistance and just some damage through the conversion there. Otherwise, Lonesome Ring and Born on Fire is completely useless for me basically. I used this one in the beginning because it would activate fire, cold, lightning and erosion, and those converted, those ailments you get through those is really good because you get extra damage through your skills there. But now I don't really need it because I have other sources of that, so it's kind of useless. This is vendor trash. There's nothing on there that is useful. This is really good gloves, I would say. You also get them through the campaign. You can physical damage is always good. Anything that boosts just pure flat physical damage is key in this build, because that's basically the only way we can scale burst together with just lowering its cooldown, so we can activate it more often. Movement speed, pretty good boots. We get some life, armor, movement speed. Speed is obviously king in every game, especially if you're playing softcore and you don't need to worry about dying. The weapon, obviously the biggest scaler of damage here in this build, because burst is scaled from your weapon. And this is shit, but this is the only weapon I actually clicked, and I managed to click this melee damage tier 5 and this elemental damage, which is useless. Like but I only did this one because I needed some more energy. Energy is very important, so this is the first item I will update as soon as I'm done with this video. This one item itself later on, with inexpensive, which I will probably show in another video, how to craft the perfect weapon for beginners, is probably gonna boost this damage by like 10 times. So one item is probably gonna get there. Otherwise, skills, Whirlwind, I was going with Savage Charge until 50 and then tried out Whirlwind, and Whirlwind just felt a little bit better. So I'm gonna keep going with it until I can test both with really good gear. Also, Whirlwind has a really good specific less damage taken kind of a magnificent, what do you call it, like support gem. So that is really good. Here is where we get our barrier for our helmet, so we can get that extra physical damage, some extra there, trauma, physical damage, and added erosion damage. This is just to activate the trait we have. So blur step, this one is on auto because I'm lazy and don't want to push the button. Blink is to move around even faster. And if I was actually not talking while I'm playing, I could actually play a little bit better and a little bit faster. Vulnerability and Bull Rage, just for extra damage on bosses and stuff like that. I should be pushing it more. Imbued, more physical damage. Weapon Affliction, also more damage. This is more crit. And this is more attack speed. Both these two is kind of not really needed right now, but it is for when we are switching over. We can actually go through our hero trait first, because later on we're gonna go for crit, and every time we crit we gain rage, which is really good. And we also, when burst land, a critical strike, generate free rage. Yeah, so extra there. And also we're gonna have attack speed. It's gonna be converted to cooldown recovery, which means our burst is gonna be activated by even faster. But right now we're using these in this order because it's good for beginners and you don't need any specific gear requirement. So yes, extra rage gets consumed here when you burst, which is not a problem. We are easily sustaining burst, and this is why we're not worrying about Whirlwind's damage, because minus 80%, yeah, it's just to boost burst, which is the explosions that go around the whole screen basically. And the reason why we're hitting the whole screen here in the beginning is because burst area. Yeah, that's the general sense of it. For our talents, we went with God of War, Shadow Dancer, Warlock. I actually changed up my tree a little bit because I noticed through the campaign that I don't need anything and I just wanted more defense, so I went the defensive route instead of an offensive, and it was just fine. So some more like just switch in between these, get enough points to just activate your two special abilities up here, and it's going to be a brutality for more physical damage and fervor for more crit for later. Also boost right now, but it's not super important. Additional physical damage here, we have fervor effect, even boosting there. Here you can take a little bit less points in there if you want to, or you take it out there, because it's really good to have 1 point at least in this, because the minus 4% 4 in skill cost. This took care of all my mana needs. I did not need to worry about mana at all. Otherwise, just extra life, physical damage, and so on, and some sealed mana to activate the fourth aura on our build. Same thing here. We want to go with more skill levels, and we want to use this one. You can also go with off the beaten track. That will take care of more of your auras, but at this moment this one is more easier to handle, and we don't need that activates more advanced auras right now. And the ailment damage is just from our different, that could be cold, so for freezing, whatever shock is in this game, and wilt, which is erosion damage and stuff like that. And each one is giving us just pure 6% more damage out of this. And then we just go with some cooldown recovery, which is good, and one extra charge is really good if you want to have that blinking around fast. And The extra points I'm gonna go into movement speed by blurring, and you get chance to gain blur on the feet in this build also. So it's really good. Right now we're blurring anyway with our blurring steps, so we're kind of doubling up there. If you want some extra help and stuff like that, hero rankings are really good here. I'm not using any packed spirits really here. They are, I don't have enough pack spirits to go around. I've only, because when I was playing this melee skills a few leagues back, I did not, I was completely free to play. I am basically free to play right now. I've only bought, what do you call it? Battle pack, or what do you call it? The one, the battle pass, yeah, for 2 leagues. So I don't have many spirits going around. So otherwise, I have not upgraded anything in my gear, and as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna start doing that. Weapon first, and then everything else after. Thank you for listening, and hope this helped you. If you have any questions, please write them down in the comment field below, and I will try to answer them as fast as I can. And if you have any suggestions for other videos, please say so. Have a good day, everyone.